Got the shot. Welcome. This is Teo from What Would Teo Say Photography. This is episode 8. Thank you for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. If you haven't seen the last 7 episodes, I definitely highly recommend that you check those out as well. Today's episode, talking to your audience. We all have visions. We all have things that we want to share with the world, and there are things that we see that are amiss, for lack of better words. So talking to your audience is crucial. Finding that missing link, but also staying true to yourself, staying true to the craft, and creating work that has substance, and creating that content that you're happy with. I think, with like all the social media, specifically like Instagram, I always see people always trying to mimic what is the current fad in photography. And if that's something you like to do, you like to challenge yourself and see if you can come up with the best content in terms of that, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had many mentors over the years, and the one thing that they always told me that always stuck with me was creating work that has meaning. Meaning to you, and the goal is that meaning being able to express itself to the rest of the world. That's important. It's what I call capturing the essence. I've studied, reviewed many different photos, and I studied them to put them in my mind and see what can I do differently to separate myself from the pack. That has always been an important thing for me as a photographer. I've always wanted my work to speak for me specifically. And this week or so, even last week, I had the opportunity to be invited to a walk. It was a voting walk. In this age, this time now, 2020, we are in the election year, and we are seeing so many different things that are showing up and popping up. But I was invited to take photos, and it was a walk to, basically it was the first day of the early voting for Buffalo, and it was done with a local organization. The president reached out to me and asked me, can I take photo of this historical event? And I agreed, and this is not a political rant or anything of that nature, so don't worry about that. But the importance of those photos for me was capturing the time. My pictures, I wanted to be a time capsule 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. I want someone to be able to look at those photos and see what was going on. And I'm gonna put some of the photos up too, while we having this conversation, so you can view it. And I think it's so important to talk to our audience, and those photos was created for the organization. They shared those photos in their platform and just push the agenda to just go out and vote, and everyone is entitled to vote the way they see fit. I'm gonna cut that political. I'm staying right there as far as the politics go of everything. You do what's important to you, and then last week I posted some photos um, with a Black Lives Matter ball cap, and and the caption was so strong and so important, and what I was trying to get out was the importance of t- not only was I talking to the audience, but I wanted to make sure that the message was created in peace, created in love, and it encompassed all walks of life, you know. And when I created that image, it was such a strong image. And on top of that, I also made the decision, sorry about that. I wanted to read the caption for you. So I'm kind of pulling it up right now. But I wanted to pull the caption and I want to read it to you because I believe the caption was so important in the messaging. And it was part of my portrait of the week. Every week on my Instagram, every Wednesday I put a portrait of the week, and I do portrait of the week. It's just one to show off or to present my portraits, And sometimes these portraits are just personal projects that I decided to take on. In some cases, it could be paid work, different things. So it varies from time to time. But this particular portrait, which I titled Conflict, I wanted to keep something as a time capsule, and I wanted to share my thoughts, my artist statement into the portrait that I took, and it was a self-portrait, and it was important for me to do that because I see conflicting views. Some people are far left, some people are far right, some people in the middle, some a little in the right, some a little on the left, but I wanted to be neutral, and I wanted the photo to speak and make a positive statement while speaking to everyone. So, excuse me, the caption reads, "I thought long and hard before I posted this portrait. There's a deep line of separation going on in this country. I feel the pain and anguish. I have friends and acquaintances on all walks of life. I respect your opinion and thoughts, even if I don't agree. Please do the same for me. Practicing my First Amendment right. Read up on it before you judge." And that was so, and I meant that, and I was talking to the audience, and I wanted to make sure the messaging was correct. It wasn't far off, it wasn't far left, it was just straight to the point, and I felt that's what people needed to hear. And that particular cap was a one-on-one by a good friend of mine. You can follow him on Instagram at most_puissant, PUISSANT. I just wanted to take the time to just say thank you. Thank you for sharing your gift with me, sharing your talents, and giving me the opportunity to have this ball cap in my collection and being able to hold a piece of history. Thank you for allowing me to have that. Is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Definitely check him out. I'll put his Instagram handle on the video, under the video title, so you can have it. You can check it out yourself. So, with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video, and I'm going to release the photos that I have put in the last week in this video, and just let the photos talk to you. That's what I want to do. I want to lead by example. I'm going to put the photos up that I've put in the last week or so, and I want those photos to speak to you. I want you to be engaged. I want you to write the story in your head. And me as a photographer, I just hope that what my intentions, what my message was, you feel the same. And I hope I did my job. With that being said, peace, love, keep shooting, keep doing your thing. Follow all my social media handles. What would Teo say _ photography, Instagram, my Facebook, same. Twitter is what would Teo say. Follow, subscribe, comment, like, all that great stuff that comes with these YouTube videos. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you once again. Love, peace, and keep shooting.